My friend, you think one salary makes you safe. That is a lie. A job can give money, but it can also hide a trap. You are here to practice English, yes, but you are also here to learn one hard truth about wealth, freedom, and survival. Stay until the end, and you will see why one paycheck can keep a poor mind alive, even when the salary looks good. English Story Studio is where you train your English and your life at the same time. Calm words, hard truth, real change. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you work all day. Maybe you study English at night with heavy eyes and a quiet fear in your chest. You want more money. You want more peace. You want to stop feeling weak when your boss sends a message. This feeling is real. Many people live like this. They smile in the office. They answer emails fast. They say, "I am fine," but inside they are afraid. Today, we will speak about a dangerous trap, the trap of one salary. First, we will see why a job can be more fragile than people think. Then, we will talk about the deep mistake of trading time for money. After that, we will ask a question that most people avoid because the answer hurts. It is the question that measures freedom. Then later, we will build a better path. Not fantasy, not easy money. Real rules, real discipline, real streams of income. Let us begin with the first truth. A job is not solid ground. It feels solid. That is why the trap works. You wake up. You go to work. Money comes at the end of the month. You make plans. You pay rent. You buy food. You help family. You think, this is stable. But my friend, stable is not the same as safe. A job is often one decision away from ending. One bad quarter. One new manager. One company problem. One change in the market. One email at 9:12 in the morning. That is all. Your boss does not need your permission to change your life. This is the fragility of a job. Fragility means it can break easily. Something looks normal on the outside, but one hit can destroy it. A man named Jake learned this the hard way. Jake was 36. He worked in sales for 7 years. He was not lazy. He came early. He stayed late. He believed the company needed him. He had a car payment, rent, and a habit of eating out because he said he was too busy to cook. His salary was good. His clothes looked sharp. His social media looked clean. His bank account looked tired. Then the company cut people. Not because Jake was bad. Not because Jake failed. Because the company wanted lower costs. In one meeting, his future changed. He went home with a box. A laptop was gone. Access was gone. The smile of his manager was gone. And in 1 week, Jake saw a truth many people never want to see. A salary can disappear faster than your bills. That is the fear. Bills are loyal. They always return. Salary is not loyal. It comes from another person's decision. That is not freedom. That is dependence. Dependence is dangerous when life becomes hard. You must understand this. Your boss is not evil because your job is fragile. The market is not evil because it changes. Reality is not evil because it is hard. But truth is truth. If your whole life stands on one leg, then one push can break everything. Many people do not want to hear this. They say, "At least I have a job." Yes, good. Respect honest work. Work matters, salary matters, but never confuse income with security. They are not the same. Security is not a company ID card. Security is not a nice office chair. Security is not a monthly payment from one source. Security is options. Security is time. Security is savings. Security is skills you own. Security is income that does not die when one person says, "We have to let you go." Stop. Be honest. If your boss removed your salary next month, what would happen to your life? Not your dream life. Your real life. Your rent. Your food. Your family duty. Your debt. Your sleep. Would you stay calm, or would panic enter your room like fire? This question is not here to shame you. It is here to wake you, because many adults live with a child's hope. They hope the company will be fair. They hope the market will be kind. They hope next year will be easier. Hope is not a plan. Hope is not an asset. Hope does not pay debt. Now we move to the second truth. Trading time for money is a weak deal. It feels normal because almost everyone does it. You work 1 hour. You get paid. You work 1 day. You get paid. You work 1 month. You get paid. This is called active income. Active means you must act now to get paid now. No work, no money. There is nothing shameful in active income. We all start there. But it becomes a trap when it is your only plan. Why? Because your time is limited. You have 24 hours in a day. Your body gets tired. Your mind gets tired. Your attention gets weak. Even strong people need sleep. So when you sell time for money, there is always a ceiling. A ceiling is the top limit. You cannot work 30 hours in 1 day. You cannot keep giving life away forever and call that freedom. This is the wrong equation. Life minus time equals salary. People think this is success because money enters the account, but they do not ask the deeper question. What leaves the body? What leaves the mind? What leaves the soul? Energy leaves, health leaves, attention leaves, years leave, and many times the salary is spent so fast that nothing stays. This is the tragedy. A person can work for 10 years and still own nothing that works without them. No system, no second income, no strong savings, no leverage, only effort. My friend, effort is noble. That effort alone is not enough. Emma understood this after a quiet moment on a Sunday night. She was a nurse. Good heart, strong discipline, long hours. She helped people every day. But each shift took her energy. She came home empty. Her money covered life, but did not build freedom. One day she asked herself, if I stop working, what keeps paying me? The answer was silence. That silence scared her more than hard work, and that fear was useful, because truth when faced can become power. She did not quit her job in anger. She did not chase fake wealth online. She did not believe easy money lies. She kept working, but she changed how she saw money. Her job became the engine, not the destination. Her active income became a tool to build something else. That is wisdom. Use active income. Do not worship it. Use salary. Do not depend on it like a child depends on a parent. A mature person takes today's income and asks, how do I turn this into tomorrow's freedom? That is the right question. And here's another hard truth. Many people are not broke because they earn too little. Many are broke because they stop thinking after the paycheck arrives. They work, they spend, they repeat. They call it life, but it is a loop. A loop can feel safe because it is familiar. Familiar is not always good. Familiar can be a prison. Stop. Be honest. Check your last 30 days. How much screen time did you buy with your life? How much useless spending came from stress? How much of your salary built an asset? How much only fed a habit? Look at the numbers, not the story. Numbers tell the truth faster than feelings. And now we come close to the question that changes everything. Not your job title, not your monthly salary, not your public image. Your freedom has a number. If you stop working today, how many days can your savings carry your life? 10 days? 30 days? 90 days? 1 year? This number is painful because it is honest. It does not care about confidence. It does not care about fashion. It does not care about motivational talk. It shows your real distance from fear. In the next part, we will face that number directly. We will measure freedom in days. Then we will start building something stronger than one fragile paycheck. Remember this tonight. A salary can help you live, but by itself, it can also keep you weak. The truth hurts first, then it saves you. Your freedom has a number. In the last part, we reached that hard question. Now we face it fully. This is not drama. This is measurement. This is truth. If you stop working today, how many days can your savings carry your life? That is the minute 10 twist. It is simple. It is cold. It is powerful. Take all the money you can use now, not fantasy money, not money from your uncle, maybe later, not the value of a phone you still use, real liquid savings, cash, bank money you can touch. Then look at your monthly life cost, rent, food, transport, debt, medicine, family support. Divide the savings by the daily cost of your life. Now you have a number. That number is your freedom in days. Maybe the answer is 15 days. Maybe it is 60. Maybe it is 300. The truth does not insult you. It only reveals you. Many people think freedom is a feeling. It is not. Freedom starts as math. Feelings can lie. Numbers rarely do. Ryan once thought he was doing well. Good office job. Nice watch. Weekend coffee at expensive places. He said he was building a career. Then one night, his company announced restructuring. A clean word. A cruel meaning. He went home and did the math for the first time. His savings could cover 27 days. 27. He was shocked. He worked for years, but he only owned 27 days of peace. After that, fear would enter. After that, he would start begging life for options. After that, every decision would come from panic. That was the moment he grew up, because adulthood is not paying bills only. True adulthood is building space between you and disaster. This is why savings matter, not for showing discipline online, not for looking wise. Savings buy time. Time gives clear thinking. Clear thinking prevents bad decisions. A person with no time makes desperate choices. A person with some time can still choose. Choice is wealth. Without choice, money controls you. With choice, you begin to control money. Stop. Be honest. Do you know your number right now? Not later. Not next month. Right now. If the answer is no, then you are driving at night with no lights. You may still move forward, yes, but you are moving blind. And blindness is expensive. Some people hear this and become emotional. They say life is more than money. Of course that is true. But lack of money makes simple life heavy. Lack of savings turns small problems into emergencies. A sick parent, a broken motorbike, a lost job, a rent increase. These are normal events. But to the unprepared person, normal events feel like disasters. This is why poor planning creates fake tragedy. Not every crisis is bad luck. Some crises are delayed truth. So what should you do with this freedom number? First, find it. Then respect it. Finally, grow it. Do not lie to yourself. Do not round up. Do not use hope as a calculator. Use real numbers. Then build the first target. 30 days. Then 90. Then 180. Then 1 year if possible. Every extra day is more breath, more calm, more power to say no. And now we move to a better image, a stronger model, a way to think that can change how you build your money life. Imagine one river, only one. That river gives water to your village. Everything depends on it. Your drinking water, your crops, your animals, your future. Then one summer comes. The river becomes weak. The land cracks. Fear arrives. Everyone prays for rescue. This is the person with one income. Now imagine something else. Not one river, many small rivers. A stream from the hill. A stream from the forest. A stream from spring rain. A stream from a quiet underground source. No one stream looks powerful alone, but together they keep the land alive. One becomes weak, but the others still move. One dries, but the village survives. This is the philosophy of many income streams. Call it the network of rivers. This is how wise people build money. Not with one hero source, not with one giant promise. They build small flows, slow flows, real flows, some active, some semi-active, some semi-active, some passive later. Together they create stability. You do not need 10 rivers today. You need the right idea today. One salary is a single river. Useful, yes. Dangerous, yes. A salary plus small freelance work is 2 rivers. A salary plus digital product sales is another river. A salary plus simple investment income is another. A salary plus a skill-based side service is another. Each stream may start small. That is normal. Rivers begin as narrow lines. You do not laugh at a small river. You guide it. You protect it. You let it grow. This is where many people fail. They want a giant second income in 30 days. They see clips online. They hear lies. Quit your job now. Make thousands while you sleep this week. Passive income with no effort. My friend, that is noise. That is bait. Real streams are built with patience. A second stream usually looks weak in the beginning. Small sales, few clients, tiny audience, slow growth. And because it looks small, impatient people stop. That is a mistake. Small does not mean useless. Small and growing can save your future. Olivia worked in customer support. After work, she started a tiny online service helping small shops write better product descriptions in simple English. At first, she earned almost nothing. Her friends did not respect it. They said it was too small. But a full small visit. The United States military. 8 became regular income. Regular income became breathing room. Breathing room changed her posture. She was calmer at work. Why? Because she was no longer trapped by one river. This matters deeply. When one source controls your life, you become too obedient. You accept disrespect. You accept bad terms. You accept fear. But when another stream begins, even small, your spine becomes stronger. You start to remember that you are not a prisoner. You are a builder. The network of rivers is not only about money. It is about psychology. It changes your nervous system. It reduces the terror of one single point of failure. A single point of failure is one thing that can break the whole system. One salary is often that point. Never build your life on one point of failure. Build layers. Build options. Build streams. And yes, it takes energy. Yes, it takes discipline. Yes, it means less comfort now. But the truth is simple. Easy evenings today can create hard years later. Hard evenings today can create easier years later. Choose your pain with wisdom. Stop. Be honest. How many rivers do you have today? 1, 1.5, or none that you control? Look at your week. Where are your hours going? To building, or only to recovering from work so you can return and do it again? This is the quiet trap. Some people are not working toward freedom. They are only recovering enough to continue dependence. Do not hate your first river. Use it. Respect it. But never worship it. Let your salary feed the building of the next stream. Let active work create future leverage. Let discipline create choice. In the next part, we will protect you from another common mistake. Many people hear multiple streams and become foolish. They dig everywhere and find nothing. We will talk about why you must focus on one well first before building the second. Because scattered effort feels busy, but focused effort creates water. Many small rivers can save your life. But there is a danger here. A foolish person hears this and starts everything at once. A store, a channel, a course, freelance work, investing, affiliate links, 5 wells, no water. Busy is not the same as effective. Now we face the next rule. Focus on one first. Do not dig 5 wells at the same time. Dig one until you find water. Then dig the second. This is one of the hardest truths for modern people. The internet gives too many ideas. Every day, a new method. Every day, a new promise. Every day, a new promise. Every day, a new expert says, this is the best side hustle. So people jump, they start, they stop, they start again. They confuse motion with progress. My friend, scattered effort is a silent killer. It kills momentum. It kills confidence. It kills trust in yourself. And then people say, nothing works. That is often a lie. The truth is harder. They never stayed long enough to make one thing work. Think about digging a well. You dig 1 meter here. Dry. You dig 1 meter there. Dry. You dig 1 meter somewhere else. Dry again. After 10 places, you are tired, angry, and thirsty. Then you say the land has no water. But the problem was never the land. The problem was your lack of depth. Depth creates results. This is true in money. This is true in skill. This is true in English. This is true in life. A man named Daniel made this mistake for 2 years. He had energy. He had desire. But he had no discipline of direction. 1 month he tried print on demand. Next month he tried trading, then video editing, then selling digital templates, then coaching, even though he had no proof. He was always excited at the start. He was always tired at the end. He learned a little about many things and earned almost nothing from all of them. He did not need more information. He needed a rule, one thing. Long enough, deep enough. So he changed. He chose one service. Simple video subtitles for small creators. Not glamorous, not sexy, but useful. He kept his job. He worked nights. He got better. His first clients were small. Then referrals came. Then the price improved. Then his process became faster. Months later, he finally had water. That is the power of one focused well. When people say, build multiple streams, some hear, do many things now. Wrong. Build in sequence, not in chaos. Stream 2 is easier after Stream 1 teaches you skill, patience, selling, systems, and self-control. This is the hidden gift of the first stream. It does more than give money. It trains identity. It turns you from consumer to creator, from dreamer to operator, from talker to builder. That matters more than people know. Because once you learn how to build one small stream, the second no longer feels like magic. It feels like process. You stop chasing luck. You start trusting discipline. So how do you choose the first well? First, choose something close to your real skills. Then choose something the market actually needs. Finally, choose something simple enough to continue for 6 to 12 months without drama. Do not choose based on ego. Do not choose based on trends only. Do not choose based on what looks rich on social media. Choose based on usefulness. Can you write? Can you edit? Can you teach? Can you design simple things? Can you organize data? Can you manage pages? Can you translate? Can you help small businesses solve boring problems? Boring problems often pay better than exciting fantasies. This is a truth many young people hate. They want freedom, but they want it in a beautiful form. They want soft lighting, coffee shop photos, passive income screenshots, and fast praise. But wealth often begins with unsexy work done well, done quietly, and done for a long time. Silence is an asset. People laugh at your small, focused effort at the beginning. Later they call it discipline. Later they call it luck. It was never luck. It was depth. Stop. Be honest. How many projects have you started and abandoned? How many tabs are open in your mind right now? How many plans give you excitement but no cash flow? Check your phone notes. Check your browser bookmarks. Check your unfinished courses. That mess is not ambition. It may be avoidance. Avoidance often wears the clothes of ambition. A focused person looks boring for a while. A distracted person looks exciting for a while. Only one of them gets water. And now we move to another truth. We need to understand two kinds of income. This distinction changes everything. Active income and passive income. Active income means you work, then you get paid. You stop. The money stops. This includes your job, freelance work, shift work, consulting, and many services. Again, active income is not bad. It is often the first step. It is honest. It is direct. It can be powerful. But it has limits. Passive income means a system continues to pay after the main work is already done. Not forever with no care. That is another lie. But with less direct time for each new dollar. A digital product. A course. A simple website with ads. A book. Investments that produce income. A small online asset. These can become passive or semi-passive over time. The great mistake is this. People want passive income before they have built active income with discipline. That is like wanting fruit before planting roots. A wise person uses active income to build passive systems. This is the bridge. Work now. Build later. Get paid twice from one period of effort if possible. A teacher records a lesson once and sells it many times. A designer makes a template once and sells it many times. A writer creates an ebook once and sells it many times. A worker saves active income and buys assets that can produce more income. This is leverage. Leverage means one action has bigger effect. Instead of selling 1 hour only one time, you create something that can keep working after the hour is over. That is powerful. That is freedom. That is the direction. But we must stay honest. Passive income at the beginning is usually not passive. It is active first, passive later. There is effort at the front, skill at the front, testing at the front, failure at the front. Never let the word passive make you weak. There is no freedom without effort. There is no asset without sacrifice. There is no system without structure. A woman named Sophia worked full-time in accounting. She was careful with money, but one salary still made her anxious. So she used active income to build a simple digital product business. Not huge, not dramatic. She made spreadsheet templates for freelancers who could not manage income and taxes well. At first, nothing happened. A few views, no sales. Then she improved the design. She listened to buyers. She made better descriptions. Slowly, sales came in while she was at work, while she slept, while she visited family. That changed her mind forever. She saw a different world. In the old world, every dollar needed fresh labor. In the new world, some dollars came from systems already built. That is the shift. You do not need all passive income. That is not the point. The point is to stop depending only on direct labor. Your body should not be the only machine in your financial life, because the body gets sick, the body gets tired, the body gets older. Systems can continue. Assets can continue. That is why active income should be respected, but not worshipped. It is your worker, your soldier, your first engine. Let it help you build the machine that can one day reduce pressure on your back and your nervous system. Stop. Be honest. Right now, how many dollars come only from your direct labor? And how many come from something you built, own, or set up? If the second number is 0, do not panic, but do not stay asleep. 0 is a starting point, not a life sentence. The poor mind says, I am too tired after work. The builder says, then I must build carefully, not endlessly. The poor mind says, I need motivation. The builder says, no, I need rules. The poor mind wants escape. The builder wants structure. This is why so many people stay trapped. They think freedom will arrive from emotion, inspiration, or a perfect moment. But freedom usually arrives from repeated boring action, quiet saving, small building, patient testing, real improvement. Nobody is coming to save you. That sentence is not cruel. It is clean. When you accept it, your hands become useful. Your excuses become weaker. Your evenings become more intentional. Your salary becomes a tool, not a prison. In the next part, we will talk about one of the greatest tools in human history for building that second stream, the internet. Digital leverage. Used badly, it wastes lives. Used well, it multiplies effort, and that difference can change your future. In the last part, we drew a clean line. Active income helps you survive. Passive or semi-passive systems help you breathe. Now we move to the next chapter, and this chapter matters deeply in modern life, the digital leverage. My friend, the internet is not only entertainment, it is not only gossip, it is not only noise, it is the greatest leverage tool many ordinary people have ever touched. A phone in your hand can waste your future. The same phone can build your second stream. The tool is neutral. Your use is the truth. This is why two people can hold the same device and walk into different futures. One scrolls, one builds, one consumes, one creates, one trains the algorithm to distract him, one trains the algorithm to distribute his work. That is the difference. Leverage means small effort can reach many people, many times, in many places. Before the internet, building another income stream often needed money, location, connections, or permission. Today, a person with skill, patience, and discipline can create value online and reach strangers across cities, countries, and time zones. That changes the game. A teacher can teach more than one room. A writer can sell to more than one street. A designer can serve clients without a local office. A creator can build an audience while sleeping. A simple digital product can sell without a shop. A useful service can be found by people who never meet you. This is digital leverage. But here's the hard truth. Many people touch this tool every day and still stay poor. Why? Because they use a tool of creation as a machine of escape. That is modern tragedy. A powerful machine sits in your pocket. Instead of using it to build skill, systems, audience, or assets, many people use it to numb pain. They watch others live. They compare. They envy. They scroll until the mind becomes soft. Then they say they have no time. No. The truth is harder. They had time. They leaked it away. Jake once spent 4 hours every evening online. He said it helped him relax after work. But when he checked his screen time honestly, most of that time gave him nothing. No skill, no product, no client, no rest that truly restored him. Just stimulation. Fast, empty stimulation. This is what I mean by a lie that feels normal. He was not resting. He was dissolving. Real rest gives strength back. Mindless consumption steals strength slowly. So he changed one rule. Before entertainment, 1 hour of building. Every workday, no drama, no perfect mood, no waiting for inspiration. 1 hour first. At the start, that 1 hour felt small. But over months, it became a library of output. Small services, better writing samples, outreach messages, process notes, a basic portfolio. Later, that turned into clients, then referrals, then confidence, then cash flow outside the job. This is how digital leverage works in real life. Not with one magic night. With repeated visible output, the internet rewards proof, not dreams, not identity claims, not I want to. Proof. Can you solve a problem? Can you show it clearly? Can people find it? Can they trust you? Can you repeat the process? If yes, the internet can become a bridge from one salary to multiple streams. Let us make this simple. There are a few strong ways the internet gives leverage. A service can be sold online. You write, edit, teach, design, subtitle, organize, translate, research, manage pages, help with systems, or support small business tasks. A product can be sold online. Templates, guides, digital downloads, lessons, short courses, notes, tools, and simple assets people can use. Content can build trust online. Videos, posts, emails, articles, clips, and useful explanations can bring attention. Attention, when trusted, can become customers, clients, sales, or opportunities. Distribution can happen online. This matters. In the old world, being useful was not enough. People also had to know you existed. The internet can solve that problem, but only if you treat it like a workbench, not a toy. A workbench is where you build. Ask yourself one question. When you open your phone or laptop, do you mostly enter the internet as a buyer of noise or as a maker of value? That question alone can expose your future. Stop. Be honest. Open your screen time report. Do it in your mind right now. How many hours went to creation? How many went to output? How many went to learning a real skill you can use? And how many disappeared into clips, drama, scrolling, and other people's lives? This check is painful because it shows the leak, and leaks destroy ships slowly. Many people think they need more money first. Sometimes they need less leakage first, less digital waste, less emotional shopping, less random learning with no application, less passive watching, more focused creation, more direct offers, more useful output. Emma learned this when she stopped treating the internet like a break room and started treating it like a workshop. She already had a skill. She could explain medical ideas in simple language, so she began writing short health explainers for wellness businesses that needed clear English content. At first, she posted samples. Then she sent a few calm messages to small founders. Then she improved. Then, one client became 3. Her phone did not change. Her mindset did. Same tool, different use, different future. This is why I say digital leverage is one of the greatest tools for building a second income stream. It breaks location. It lowers entry cost. It lets your word travel farther than your body can travel in one day. And yet, you must stay careful. The internet also creates illusions. It can make weak people feel productive because they are always researching. It can make distracted people feel ambitious because they consume business content all day. It can make poor builders feel rich because they learn money words. It can make people think visibility is the same as value. It is not. Talking about building is not building. Watching builders is not building. Saving ideas is not building. Buying another course is not building. Building means output, something made, something offered, something tested, something improved, something published, something sold. This is why a simple person with one useful skill and daily output can beat a smart, distracted person every year. Daily output compounds. One useful post each day. One outreach message each day. One sample each week. One small product each month. One system improved each month. These actions look small. But small actions with leverage can grow. A post can reach many. A product can sell many times. A process can save many hours. A skill can be packaged and distributed. This is how the internet multiplies effort, not by magic, by scale. Scale means one action reaches beyond one person. When you help one client in one room, that is good. When you create a system, product, or message that can help many people, you add leverage. And leverage is how ordinary people stop depending only on direct labor. There is another deep truth here. The internet allows quiet people to win. You do not need to be loud. You do not need to be flashy. You do not need to pretend to be rich. You need usefulness, trust, and consistency. Ryan hated the fake style of online business. The cars, the rented confidence, the shouting. So he nearly quit before he started. Then he realized he did not need that game. He only needed a clear offer. He was good at organizing messy information into clean spreadsheets and reports. Small companies needed that. He created a simple page, shared examples, and reached out to a few business owners each week. That was enough to begin. Quiet competence wins longer than loud image. Remember that. If you are a B1 English learner, this truth is especially powerful for you. Your English practice is not separate from your money life. Better English can become better communication. Better communication can become better offers, better emails, better content, better service, better trust. Language is leverage too. Every new word can become a better bridge to value. So do not study English only to know English. Study English to create more options. Study English to access wider markets. Study English to sell clarity. Study English to build digital assets with stronger language. That is real dual value. English and income. Listening and leverage. Words and freedom. Now let me make this practical. First, choose one useful digital path that matches your existing ability. Then, make a tiny offer or tiny product. Finally, publish, send, or present it every week until the market gives real feedback. Do not wait for perfect branding. Do not wait for courage. Do not wait for followers. Start with usefulness. A sample, a page, a message, a post, a product, a lesson, a simple service. The internet does not always reward the best person. It often rewards the clearest, consistent person. So be clear. Be useful. Be visible enough. Repeat. Stop. Be honest. Right now, is your phone helping you build assets or helping you avoid your life? Is your internet use creating future cash flow or only temporary comfort? Look at your output from the last 7 days, not your intention. Output. That answer tells the truth. In the next part, we will move to the final chapter of the main body, the ultimate freedom. Why many income streams give you a power that one salary never can. The power to say no, and that small word can save your dignity, your time, and your life. Many people use the internet badly. Many people stay trapped in one salary. But now we come to the deepest reward of building multiple streams, the ultimate freedom. It is the right to say no. No to bad work. No to panic. No to insult. No to manipulation. No to staying in a place that is slowly killing your spirit. My friend, this is bigger than money. But money is part of it. Because without financial options, many people cannot say no, even when they know they should. They stay in jobs that damage their health. They stay under managers who do not respect them. They accept low pay, late pay, unfair terms, and constant fear. Why? Because one river controls the village. One salary controls the nervous system. That is not freedom. That is dependence with a clean shirt. A person with only one source of income often lives with hidden obedience. They smile when they want to object. They agree when they want to refuse. They stay quiet when they should speak, not because they are weak in character, but because they are weak in options. Options change posture. When you have savings, you stand straighter. When you have a second stream, you breathe deeper. When you have multiple streams, your voice becomes calmer. You do not need to threaten anyone. You do not need to act proud. You simply stop acting from fear. That is power. A woman named Olivia worked under a manager who used pressure as a daily tool. Constant late messages, last-minute changes, fake urgency, small disrespect. For years, Olivia accepted it. She told herself, this is just work, but the truth was harder. She accepted it because she needed the salary too much. Then, things changed slowly. She built a small side service online. She saved more carefully. She reduced her useless spending. She grew her freedom days. She added another small income stream. Nothing dramatic happened at first. Her office looked the same. Her manager looked the same. But inside, Olivia changed. Fear had less control. One day, when an unfair demand came late at night, she responded with calm boundaries. No anger, no apology, just clarity. Why could she do that? Because she had the right to say no. This is what multiple income streams can buy. Not luxury first, dignity first, Dignity matters. Some people chase wealth only for status. That is shallow. A wiser person wants money to reduce fear, protect time, and choose with honor, to say yes with honesty, to say no without collapse. That is the ultimate freedom. And notice this, the word no is small. But many lives are destroyed because people cannot use it at the right time. No to debt for image. No to spending for stress relief. No to jobs that pay money but kill all possibility of building. No to wasting every night. No to being owned by one paycheck. You do not need many streams to become arrogant. You need them to become stable. Stable enough to think. Stable enough to choose. Stable enough to leave when truth says leave. Stop. Be honest. Who or what owns your no right now? Is it debt? Is it lifestyle inflation? Is it family pressure? Is it one salary? If you cannot say no, then something else is making your decisions, and that is dangerous. This is why the goal is not get rich fast. The goal is stronger than that. Build a life where one bad event does not break you. Build a life where your income is not a single point of failure. Build a life where your body is not the only machine making money. Build a life where your values are not sold cheaply because bills are screaming. That kind of life takes time, but time will pass anyway. So use it with discipline. First, protect your freedom days with savings. Then, build one useful second stream with focus. Finally, grow more streams slowly until your life can survive a shock without panic. This is not fantasy. This is not easy. This is not for lazy minds. But it is real, and real is enough. In the final part, we will bring all of this together. We will close with the full lesson, the final message, and the vow you must carry after the story ends. Because one salary is not only a money issue, it is a life issue. And the person you become while building freedom matters as much as the money itself. We began with one dangerous truth. A job can disappear because of one decision that is not yours. Then we looked at the second truth. Trading time for money can keep you alive, but it cannot alone make you free. After that, we faced the cold question. If you stop working today, how many days can your savings protect your life? That number is your freedom. Then we built a better picture. Not one river, but many small rivers. Not chaos, but one well first. Not passive income fantasy, but active income used to build systems. Not endless scrolling, but digital leverage. And finally, not money for image, but money for the right to say no. This is the full lesson. One salary is useful. One salary is not enough. One salary can feed you and still trap you. The trap is not only financial, it is mental. It teaches dependence. It makes people call fear stability. It makes people believe a paycheck is the same as security. But security is deeper. Security is savings, skills, systems, assets, options, calm, the ability to survive change without losing yourself. That is what you must build. My friend, do not leave this story with emotion only. Leave with a rule. Respect your job. Never worship it. Use your salary. Never let it use your whole life. Build your freedom days. Build your first well. Build your second river. Build your digital leverage. Build your right to say no. This is how a person stops living at the edge of panic. Now I want to speak to you more directly. Many people will hear a message like this and do nothing. They will nod. They will say, yes, that is true. Then tomorrow they will return to old habits, old spending, old excuses, old scrolling, old fear. That is the easy road. And the easy road has a hidden price. It takes your future in small pieces. Be careful with small pieces. A little daily waste becomes a poor year. A little daily avoidance becomes a weak life. A little daily building becomes a strong future. Compounding is always working. The question is simple. Is it working for your freedom or against it? You do not need to become a machine. You do not need to pretend to be perfect. You do not need 5 income streams this year. But you do need honesty. You do need discipline. You do need a clear direction. A person who tells the truth about money can change. A person who keeps lying stays trapped. So tonight, look at your numbers. Look at your savings. Look at your debt. Look at your spending. Look at your screen time. Look at your skills. Look at your output. Then choose one action. Maybe you cut one useless expense. Maybe you save your first Freedom Week. Maybe you start one small service online. Maybe you make one sample. Maybe you send one offer. Maybe you turn 1 hour of scrolling into 1 hour of building. Small actions matter when they repeat. Never laugh at a small beginning. A second stream can begin with one client, one sale, one lesson, one page, one product, one idea tested in the real world. That is enough. The lie says freedom comes later, after luck, after rescue, after someone gives permission. The truth says freedom begins when you accept responsibility and start building. Nobody is coming to save you. That is not a sad sentence. It is a liberating sentence. It means the door is still in your hands. And when you build, something inside you changes. You stop begging for certainty. You start creating options. You stop waiting for confidence. You start following rules. You stop consuming all night. You start producing each week. You stop living only for the next paycheck. You start building a life that can breathe without it. That is the identity shift that matters. From consumer to creator, from drifter to builder, from obedient fear to quiet strength. English Story Studio is not here to entertain you only. It is here to train your ears, sharpen your English, and remind you of hard truths that can save years of pain. So take this message seriously. Practice the language. Practice the discipline. Practice the honesty. Let your English open more doors. Let your work become more valuable. Let your value become more portable. Let your income become more resilient. And when your first small river begins, protect it. When your second begins, respect it. When fear speaks, answer with numbers. When excuses speak, answer with action. My friend, one salary can be a start. It must never be your whole future. Write in the comments one stream you will build, or one useless expense you will cut this week. Subscribe to English Story Studio if you want more calm English, hard truth, and real practice for life. Do not only listen, build. Do not only dream, test. Do not only survive, create.